Hi everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be ranking the Harry Potter movies from my favorite to my least favorite, and this video will hopefully be entertaining and it will just give me an excuse to talk about the Harry Potter movies for however long I feel like. So let's crack on into this. So the Harry Potter movie that will feel number one, which is my favorite one, is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Now I know it's a lot of people's least favorite or ones that they feel deviate most from the book, but I personally really enjoyed Half-Blood Prince. I think it has one of the best soundtracks of all time. I mean, have you listened to Journey to the Cave and the opening song? They are spectacular. You get a lot of strong emotions in Half-Blood Prince, from Dumbledore's death and what happens to Draco, and you also get some happy and funny moments like at Slughorn's party and when Luna is walking Harry to Hogwarts, because listen to that scene, she has some great lines there. So Half-Blood Prince is ranking in number one from my favorite to least favorite ranking. Number two, so my second favorite movie, is Order of the Phoenix. Order of the Phoenix was my favorite for a really long time, and only within the past year or two did Order of the Phoenix drop to my number two on this list. Order of the Phoenix is obviously the fifth movie, and it was the first Harry Potter movie that I saw in theaters, so I have a really strong emotional attachment to it, and it's very nostalgic to watch Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I think that Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix was very well done. Again, another spectacular soundtrack. Nicholas Hooper is an amazing composer. I actually like Umbridge. That's part of the reason why I like Order of the Phoenix. Most people are like, oh my gosh, I hate Umbridge, and I'm like, I don't hate you, girl. You brought some fun and interesting things to the plot, and like, yeah, she's not like a good person, but would Harry Potter be the same without Umbridge? No. And even if you hate Umbridge, you love to hate Umbridge, right? You don't just go like, oh, I hate Umbridge and I wish that she would never exist. Like, no, it's sort of fun to hate her, you know? She's fun. I'm also in love with Dumbledore's army. I find that really fun, and I feel like Order of the Phoenix is the first time that we get strong battles in the Harry Potter series, because we do have like some intense moments in Goblet of Fire and some battle-y stuff, but like the battle with like lots of people, it starts off in Order of the Phoenix, and I love those fun battles in the Harry Potter series. Number three on my list is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is extremely well done. It takes a battle that feels somewhat short in the books and it really expands on it and makes it so emotional and so deep and so heartfelt. It made me sob, but I love it. I think that Snape's memories were really well done, and I think that it was just an incredible film, and I have so many memories of watching that film because I saw that one opening night like I did for Half-Blood Prince, and oh, so good, and I have so many fun memories of opening night, and it was the first movie that I ever saw multiple times in theaters, so I absolutely love it. Number four on my list has to go to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. My favorite characters in this movie, so I couldn't rank this any lower than number four. My favorite character is Gabrielle Delacour, Fleur Delacour's little sister. I, growing up, was younger than the Harry Potter cast, and my brother at one point was like, you're younger than the Golden Trio, you know that, right? You're more around Gabrielle's age. And my brain was like, you are right, I am Gabrielle. And then it just grew from that. My love for her, my love for the Babatons grew from that. So yeah, I also really love the Triwizard Tournament. I love getting to see the other Wizarding schools. It is such an epic movie. Number five on this list goes to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. It has a bit of slower moments than Deathly Hallows Part 2, which is why it does not rank up there with Deathly Hallows Part 2, but there are some moments that I really love in it. It is another deep and emotional movie that really makes me cry, but I love the outfits in Deathly Hallows Part 1. I think it has my favorite outfits out of all the movies because, I don't know, I really love Luna's dress from the wedding. I love everyone's dress from the wedding, and Hermione gets to have some really pretty outfits throughout the whole movie. And like, yes, of course I love the Hogwarts robes, but it's fun to have Hermione have a whole different wardrobe that is very unique to her and very nice. And I really like the soundtrack in Deathly Hallows Part 1, specifically the first like half of the soundtrack, because that's when the most epic stuff is happening, and I love going into the ministry. I love the Polyjuice Potion uses in the movie. It is so great. Number six on my favorite to least favorite list is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is sort of my comfort movie. It's the one I want to watch when I don't want something very emotional, but I do want some fun Harry Potter feels. And Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is one of the ones that I feel like I watched the most, because when I was in the hospital last summer, for some reason that one kept showing up on TV, so I just kept watching it over and over again nonstop. I absolutely love Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I really like the Marauders too, and so yeah, I just love Prisoner of Azkaban so much. I don't hate any of the Harry Potter movies, so even though that one of these movies is gonna rank last on my list, I don't hate it. So number seven and second to last is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The first two movies to me didn't have the best soundtrack, if I'm being honest. It felt a little more like slow when it comes to the soundtrack and a little more slow like action wise, but they are still spectacular and I love them so much. Sorcerer's Stone for me ranks above Chamber of Secrets because it just felt like more stuff was happening, because Chamber of Secrets feels a little slow sometimes, but I love it. I love watching the extended edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I recommend all of you do that if you can. It's basically the one that they show on TV most with the deleted scenes in it. After you get the extended edition and you watch the extended edition, you're like, I can't go back to the normal version because I love seeing all the deleted scenes in there. And my favorite deleted scene from the entire series is in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and that is when Seamus is like, for your information, my eyebrows have clearly grown back. And then he like stomps off and he has a shave patch on the back of his head. I love that. And yeah, my least favorite movie that is still one of my favorites because I don't hate any of the Harry Potter movies is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I love this one, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. We get the iconic, who am I, Hedwig? What am I? As if Hedwig can solve all of Harry's problems. But yeah, Chamber of Secrets ranks last on my list because it's my least favorite, but I love it and I wouldn't change anything about it, so yeah. This was my ranking from favorite to least favorite for the Harry Potter movies, and as you can see, I don't really hate any of them, but like, I do have a ranking, okay? I do have a solid ranking, and I feel like whether or not we will admit it, we all have a least favorite Harry Potter movie, even though we still love it, so yeah. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. There will be a playlist link down in the description below for all of my other fun Harry Potter videos. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I make a new YouTube video, and don't forget to follow all of my other social media. I hope all of you have a magical week, and I will see all of you in my next video. Goodbye!